Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. This is Gigi, and I hope you're getting ready to get your walk on with me. Get your 1K on, because this is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing, we're glad in it. They said it was going to be a little less humid this morning, but it's not. It's a little steamy out here, so that's why we're out here early trying to get it done. Get it done. But it is another beautiful day. I mean, it's the dog days of August. We know that. But been up this morning, just been in my prayer time. I've been praying for you. I've been praying for all kinds of situations. I've been praying for our school children that's getting ready to go back to school, and I'm just lifting up and just first of all thanking him for all that he's done. I just thank him for just waking up this morning. I just thank God. But I got another good gem nugget for you, because after prayer time, I was reading my daily bread this morning, and this is another good passage. The title is God's Eternal Church, and my gem nugget is God's church never shuts down. God's church never shuts down. Oh, it starts with this story. I got to share this story with you, because this has really happened at our church as well. It says, "Is church over?" asked a young mother arriving at our church with two children in tow, just as the Sunday service was ending. But a greeter told her that a church nearby offered two Sunday services and the second would start soon. Would she like a ride there? The young mother said yes, and seemed grateful to travel the few blocks to the other church. Reflecting later, the greeter came to this conclusion: is church over? Never. God's church goes on forever. Oh, I really like that, because we've had that happen at our church. People will come and thinking that our service is 11 or whatever, and they come at the end, and we would still greet them and so forth. Hadn't thought about maybe letting them know about a nearby church, because to be honest with you, the church, we limit the church to a building, or we limit the church to whoever the preacher or the pastor is. But it's believers, and I thought that was neat, that although the lady had come late to their church, she wanted them to be in the fellowship at another church regardless. Oh, I like that. But the fact of the matter is, we have to realize that too, because of course, all of us would love our churches to be filled. But I believe this: if we truly believe or truly understood what the church, quote, church, really is and who it's based on, we would not have enough churches to for all the believers. Every church would be filled to the brim every Sunday, when we really believe and understand that it's not about the building, it's not even about the pastor, but it's about the chief pastor, the chief cornerstone, Jesus Christ. Because pastor was just teaching or preached on that last Sunday. It's not about the minister, it's about the message. It's about the word. It's about the chief cornerstone. Here is how it says it in Ephesians 2, 19 to 22. Consequently, you are no longer foreigners and strangers, but fellow citizens with God's people, and also members of his household, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets, with Christ Jesus himself as the chief cornerstone. In him, the whole building is joined together and rises to become a holy temple in the Lord. And in him, you too are being built together to become a dwelling, in which God lives by his Spirit. You are the church. He dwells in you. And also, the church will never shut down. Even hell can't shut it down. That's why Jesus told Peter in Matthew 16:18, upon this rock, not Peter, but upon the word, upon the chief cornerstone, I will build my church, and even the very gates of hell will not prevail against it. You know, it reminds me of the building that we're in right now. You know, our history is that we had leased the building for about 10 years. And then the Lord put it on my husband's heart that, you know, we need to do something else so we can have money to actually purchase a building. So we came into our house, we came into our home, and because we was determined that the church was not going to shut down. So we expected to be there maybe about a year until we could find something. So in the meantime, we had a realtor, and we asked the realtor, who also had sold us our personal home, to let us know when any commercial property was going to come on the market. So she set up a website, she set up a database, so every time something came on the market, you know, our phones or whatever would ding ding, and we see what was on the market. So in the meantime, Pastor and I, we was just riding around town and not thinking about church or anything, but we passed this building that used to be called the Church of Ephesus. Older church. We had seen that church for years, even as a child, you know, just passing by, because I remember that name, Ephesus. And I said, look, I wonder if they're still in that building, because it did look abandoned after a while, but we didn't give it no more thought. But you know, I don't even think it was 2 weeks later, the phone dinged. We knew it was our realtor. Said, okay, let's see what's on the market. We opened the phone. That very building had just come on the market. My mouth dropped. I showed it to my husband. We looked at each other and said, oh my goodness. So let's check it out. So we went to check it out and see. It looked like, you know, since the church had left, and that pastor, by the way, he got another building not too far from where we are now. But anyway, evidently, other people was going to make it into a store. And then when we went to look at it, they had 2 big gaming tables. Like it was getting ready to have a place where people could play games and gamble and all that kind of stuff. But there was a piano still in the church. The church left a piano. And we also understood that they had left the pews, but the people, I guess, that was trying to make it a store, do you know what? They had put those nice pews out on the garbage. They put them out on the garbage. I think it was 1 pew that was left in the building, but we had our own chairs and everything, so it was okay. So to make a long story short, we acquired that building. We're in that building now. But the story's not over. Well, after we had moved in, one day, as pastor was working on the church, the previous pastor that had been there stopped by, and he told him who he was, and they hugged each other and talked. He told my husband, he said, when we left this building, we prayed that this building would remain a church. Come on now. And God answered our prayers. And so they just talked, and it was just such a wonderful fellowship, and the rest is history. I tell you, God's church will never shut down. Not even the very gates of hell can prevail against it. Oh my God. So you better believe it. So you might as well get with the program. You need to get with a body of believers. I ain't talking about this nice church and good looking pastor or whatever, but get with the bodies of believers who come under the chief pastor, cornerstone. That's like my husband was preaching, and it's still on my mind. It's about the message. It's about the living word. It's about Jesus Christ. That's why we should be coming together, not for all this other stuff, not for food, not for handouts, not for this and that, but we want to come and fellowship where the power is, where we're going to get what we need from the chief cornerstone, and that is Jesus Christ. That's why the church will never shut down. All right, all right, all right. You've been walking with me, oh my goodness, 10 minutes, so you got about 2,000 steps. But let me remind you, tonight is Church School Live. It's a Sunday school lesson coming from the International Sunday School Lesson Series, and we're ending up these lessons on the kingdom. God's kingdom is all in all. You better tune in. Tune in, subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel. Like, share, comment. A powerful lesson. Y'all know I like that word all. That's the emphasis. God's kingdom is all in all. So join me tonight. Join me tonight at 7 p.m. Facebook Live and the Gem Nugget channel. I tell you, it's humid. You might see some sweat on my nose. I tell you, it's really warm and humid. But you know what? Despite it all, God's church will never shut down. You be blessed. Bye-bye.